Well, you know, Frank, Moffitt's very prestigious reputation has allowed it to attract some world-class researchers, as we've been talking about all week, but it has also attracted a very first-class branding expert, and we're going to tell you about that today. Joining us, Joe Hice is Vice President of Public Relations and Marketing for Moffitt Cancer Center. Joe, good to see you again.
Great to be here, and it's awesome to be back in the Tampa Bay
sure
area.
Is. You know, as a branding expert, that's kind of the new word. It's really all about telling a story and getting out a message of a product, and you have worked with three really famous ones: Sea-Doo, Harley Davidson, and Segway.
And don't forget the University of Florida.
And Gator Nation. All right, can we say, all right, go Gators. So what, but you chose Moffitt. You chose to come back to Tampa Bay.
I did. I was very fortunate that I've had experiences in my career with places like Harley Davidson and Segway and Sea-Doo. But my wife and I have always been regretful, I think, of actually leaving the Tampa Bay area some 30 years ago. When I saw an opportunity to possibly get back with Moffitt, an organization that I've been familiar with since its inception 26 years ago, it was like, wow, you mean we really might have a chance to get back to Tampa to work for one of the finest cancer centers in the nation. So we feel really fortunate to be back. So
just briefly, any fun stories about Harley Davidson or the Gator Nation? I mean, to be the branding, explain to the people what that means. To brand is to say, this is who we are and we want everybody to know it.
It is. It's to kind of capture the essence of a company or an organization and be able to take that essence to the larger audience. The University of Florida was a lot of fun because I'm a two-time graduate from the university. And when we got up there, President Machen said that he wanted to create a more general brand and more awareness for the university. And at the time, there was a poster that showed the Gator football team rising up out of the swamp with the headline, "The Rise of the Gator Nation." And it was like, oh, this is perfect.
This is it.
It talks about that lifetime connection.
And it is, isn't it?
It really
Once a Gator, always a Gator.
And at Moffitt, we went through a similar process. And, you know, we believe that Moffitt is closer to its patients, closer to a cure. And that's the line that we use in branding Moffitt. And then we focus on Moffitt's ability to be your best chance for beating cancer. So it's taking some of those broader messages, perspectives, and focusing on the things that really make a difference to people's lives.
So what did you ride into Tampa to come back to Moffitt Cancer Center? A Harley, a Segway, or a Sea-Doo? What were you on?
I sold my Harley when we left Milwaukee so I could help with my kids through college. And happy birthday, Cassie. It's my daughter's birthday who's watching from LA.
Gosh.
But we still enjoy motorcycles and boats and Gator football.
Yeah. So the branding of Moffitt is to say that there's something really special about this, the whole medical community here, but Moffitt in particular has such a prestigious reputation, as we were mentioning earlier. What's the brand there?
Well, it's closer to our patients, closer to a cure. But we really focus on Moffitt's distinction as an NCI designated comprehensive cancer center. And that means Moffitt brings all the research resources together and is able to translate that directly into the quality of care that the patients receive. And Moffitt is one of only 41 centers like that in the U.S. We'll do about $85 million worth of research on an annual basis at Moffitt. And Moffitt also gives us an opportunity to reach out to other partners in the community. The Florida High-Tech Corridor Council is one of our best partners, and I'm involved with the marketing committee there. But we have regular meetings, we talk about economic development, we look at how can Moffitt benefit the corridor, how can the corridor benefit Moffitt, and then you have all three of the major universities, the University of Florida, South Florida, and Central Florida, all working together. So it's a phenomenal partnership that I'm really proud to be part of.
What's the challenge of, I don't know how to say this, but branding a healthcare facility like a cancer treatment center and a motorcycle or something more that is more, you know, fun-oriented, entertainment-oriented? This is serious business.
It is, and you know, I worried a little bit about that, and I kind of asked myself, what do Harley Davidson, Sea-Doo, and the University of Florida have in common with Moffitt? And I discovered very quickly that it's a passion that people have for the place that they work and the work that they do. I challenge you to find a group more passionate than the 600,000 Harley owners that do Bike Week over at Daytona.
Or the Gators.
Or the Gators on a football weekend.
Or the people who love Moffitt.
Well, but there is no passion greater than the passion for life. And everywhere you go at Moffitt, you know, you see that passion, you feel that passion, and it's really a great place to work because of that, because people care so much about what they do. So really, it's a different industry, but that passion and concern, you know, carries through all those companies.
Now you travel around, you've lived a lot of places now, obviously, after leaving Tampa Bay, and now you come back and you're looking at the emergence of this high-tech corridor that you're involved in. How are we doing?
I think we're doing great. I spent a couple of years up in the Raleigh-Durham area before coming back to Florida, and the Research Triangle Park is very impressive. But we're not that far away from being a Research Triangle Park of our own. Our park is a little bit bigger because we go from Tampa Bay area to Orlando up to Gainesville. So we're a big triangle, but we've got all the resources here. We've got the talent. We've got the industry to really grow and move forward in the future. And we have Moffitt.
Yes, we do. Now let me tap into your the other hat that you used to wear as you've been a PR with Hill & Knowlton, and also business editor of the Tampa Times newspaper, staff writer with Florida Trend Magazine, Tampa Bay Business Journal. So you have a history also of journalism. So what do you think about the way Front Row Tampa Bay and the media and all is portraying Tampa Bay this week while all the convention people are here?
Well, I think the Front Row Tampa Bay is kind of an example of what we're going to see in the future. Broadcast television is always going to be with us. It's always going to be an important news source. But I get up in the morning and the first place I go is my computer to check out the news. Here we have news, but we also have streaming live video on Front Row Tampa Bay. So I think it's just another example of how the new technology that's available on the web is going to lead the future. And again, Tampa, the Tampa Bay area and the state of Florida have a number of companies that are leaders in that area. And here we are with the Tampa Bay Partnership, you know, showing the rest of the world how you can tell a story through a webcast rather than a broadcast. Right.
I just checked out the Front Row Tampa Bay Facebook page, which you should all go look at, and just had our interview with Al Austin just moments ago is showing up. You know, you'll be on it any minute now, I'm sure.
That might not be a good thing.
Your daughter in California is able to watch this interview live. I mean, it's great. It's just great.
It's pretty amazing, and I know I've been tweeting a little bit about Moffitt's involvement in Front Row Tampa Bay. And I've heard from people in Milwaukee that I used to work with, up in Canada where CDU is based. So it's really interesting to see how broad the reach is. And I think what we're really doing here is creating our own network. We're not relying on NBC, ABC, or Fox. With the Front Row Tampa Bay website, with the Twitter feeds that we're doing, the Facebook that we're doing, we're creating our own audience, we're creating our own network.
Our own network.
So
Joe Hice, good to have you here.
Thanks, Kathy.
Have a wonderful day.
Great to be here.
Coming up next, how some Bay Area startups are getting a boost from university partnerships.